Hey all, Grollo here. Sometimes something really freaking cool comes along. Let's talk about this thing quick. I'm going to let the video play in the background just so you have something cooler to look at than me. But we're not going to sit here and listen to it all, as I'm sure most of you have already done that. But if not, there's a link to the video below. Why is this thing so badass? Well, it's a mining platform, for one, and I love mining along with a bunch of you, I'm sure. But more than that, let's be honest with ourselves. It's badass because it has a freaking jetpack. I mean, come on. This is the one good feature that Starfield had, and now we have it too. I'm pretty excited to bounce around on this thing. Not gonna lie. And I'm gonna have a blast mining with this thing. I immediately started thinking about like how I'm going to turn more of my ships into mining platforms. And I'm sure a bunch of you are doing the same. So tell me about it in the comments. What's your mining setup going to look like going forward? Let's just assume that these things are in the game and skip the whole store debate. All right. I'm thinking my Carrack will have a golem in the top, a few geos in the front, or maybe a few rocks in the front, like with geos on the side pods. I like the Carrack, of course, because it has a med bed, which is going to be more important than ever with the new item recovery mechanics. But I'm not dwelling on that. This is about the ATLS platform. The other configuration I was thinking about is since the Caterpillar is getting the ability to drop its doors to the ground in 4.1, that it would make a great ATLS platform. Kind of land, drop the doors, a dozen geos walk off. I'll even put a few of the ATLS tractor beam variants on there for quickly moving the containers from the geos to the cat, and hopefully being able to like reload the or kind of like restock or re-input a new box into the ATLS Geos. That would be awesome. One problem with the cat is that you got no medical bed. I don't know. I wonder if you could tractor beam a Nursa into the front of it. I actually don't know like what the front door drop down is going to look like. It'd be cool if they just made like a ramp in the front or something, but I don't know. What other mining platform configurations would kick ass? Let me know. Now, all of this is plenty great enough, but it certainly kind of evokes a sense of like what's next for the ATLS platform, right? Obviously, all the roles could really be combined into this thing. What about like ATLS medical? At least once we're past tier 0 of item recovery, then we actually need medical services again. But enough of that. What about ATLS salvage? Right now, there's really only space salvage, but there's no reason we couldn't have ground salvage in the future. That couldn't be a thing. We already have like hand salvaging tools, right? And of course, the thing that everybody really wants, the ATLS combat platform. Swap those mining lasers with real lasers. Swap the backpack with like a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher fed by some backpack system. And keep the jetpack. I mean, holy hell, we need that thing. That would be a very fun new tool and toy to play with for sure. Finally, some like mech-style combat. I really can't wait for this. I'm kind of wondering if we'll get combat variants, or if by the time we get the combat model, like by the time that comes out, we get more like modularity support in the game, because I can think of like a bunch of attachments that you may want for an ATLS combat platform. Imagine one that's more like defense oriented, right? With some kind of like shielding or something. That would be badass. Or one that's more ballistic in nature, where like the backpack holds a ton of ammunition that feeds the ballistic guns. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here. And what about like What about alternatives to the ATLS platform? I know it's probably too soon, but I mean, the sky's the limit on this stuff. And I'm not suggesting like an ATLS alternative should be a priority. My gosh, we got plenty of other things we need to get done. But I mean, there's so many places you could take this. I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty hyped on this stuff. Sounds like a bunch of y'all are too. I posted a quick poll yesterday. I got some results already. It looks like 80+% of y'all are, at least in this community, are interested in the ATLS Geo and or the Golem. I agree with y'all on that. I think the Golem looks cool. I can see it being like good for carrier or carrier light or makeshift carrier platforms like we've been talking about, thanks to its smaller size. But it's got nothing on the Geo. So we'll see. That's it for now. I just wanted to chat about one of the cooler things I've seen in a while real quick. And now I want to hear how y'all are going to put it to use. Hit me in the comments. But for now, Grollo out.